As the sun breaks the horizon, light hits the South African savannah, casting shadows that stretch for miles across the terrain. To us, a sunrise like this feels deeply peaceful. For the wildlife waking up on these plains, the shifting light dictates the specific moments they can safely move, hunt, or hide. Because the morning sun sits at a low angle, it creates elongated shadow zones behind every ridge, tree, and rock. As the sun climbs, those deep shadows shrink and shift, altering the tactical map for every animal. Surviving this 60-minute window requires an immediate response. Predators must utilize the shadows while they last, while prey species rely on the growing light to reveal those hiding in the dark. The glowing light of dawn creates a direct conflict between visibility and stealth. Every morning, millions of animals navigate a contest of concealment and detection, driven by the shifting geometry of the sun. During these first few minutes of daylight, the temperature remains cool, and lion prides mobilize. The color of their fur blends directly into the sun-drenched stalks of golden grass. The grass alone does not hide a massive predator. However, when dense vegetation is paired with the long shadows cast by the low-angled sun, it creates pockets of high-contrast cover. The lions slide through these dark zones, staying hidden from view. Out on the dry plains, survival relies on grass and shadows. At the river's edge, the interaction between light and water creates a different set of visual obstacles. This cross-section illustrates the threat. When low-angle sunlight hits the water, it bounces off the surface instead of penetrating it. This creates an intense glare, a visual blind spot for any animal looking down from the shoreline. Submerged beneath that glare, crocodiles and hippos sit in darkness. They can see through the water, while the animals on the banks are blinded by the reflection. For the lions in the grass and the crocodiles in the river, the clock is ticking. As the sun climbs higher, the shadows retreat and the glare vanishes. Ambushes must be executed before the natural cover disappears. While predators seek the dark, herbivores like elephants and giraffes move into the light. They utilize the expanding daylight as an active defense. Look at the giraffe's field of vision in this illustration. Standing almost 20 feet tall, a giraffe can see over the acacia trees. As the morning mist diffuses the light, that high vantage point acts as an early warning system for the surrounding herds, spotting movement miles away. While the big cats creep through the brush, elephant herds move visibly across the terrain. They rely on their size and tight formations to deter potential attacks. As the sun rises and shadows vanish from the flat plains, prey species adopt a strategy known as kinetic shielding. Instead of standing still, herds of zebras and antelopes begin to move together. They transition into synchronized running straight across the dry dirt. Every hoof striking the ground kicks up dust particles. That dense cloud catches the morning light, scattering the rays to create a glowing wall that makes it difficult for a predator to lock onto a single target. By running in the sun, these herds turn the loss of their shadows into a strength. They use visibility, dry dirt, and group momentum to build a moving barrier. Eventually, the sun clears the horizon. The golden hues fade, replaced by the flat and shadowless light of the mid-morning. The skies fill with flocks of birds. Their presence signals that the high-stakes window of the early morning has closed. The light provides an advantage and then removes it. Predators utilize the early shadows, and the prey utilize the late morning visibility. This shifting physics ensures the scales of survival remain balanced. This 60-minute period triggers specialized survival behaviors simultaneously, from the light-scattering dust of a zebra herd to the glare-resistant eyes of a submerged crocodile. Without the shadows, ambush hunters lose their primary concealment. The midday sun forces a ceasefire across the ecosystem, pausing the hunt until the angle of the sun dips at dusk. The vistas of a South African morning are the result of millions of years of life adapting to the daily movement of the sun. Every movement of the animals is a response to the physics of light.